Hello YouTube, this is Frank, and this is Sunday, September the 27th, 2020, and this is my 43rd video and my 4th text editor video, and I was going to continue with the TDE 5.1v editor. And today, let's try to get rid of that busy wait. And also, while we're there in the console, let's restore the backspace. Now this is the video. This is the directory that I'll be working with. This goes with this video. And let's use the nanosleep function to get rid of that busy wait. It's kind of a kludge. We should really do something else, but right now we need to get rid of that busy wait. And I'll show you what that busy wait is. And also let's restore that backspace. Back when Linux was, when Linus Torvalds was writing Linux back in the early 1990s, I think they kind of got the backspace and the delete key kind of mixed up. But we are going to restore the backspace key. We're going to continue with Frank style. Since I'm editing that console file, let's just get rid of all the implicit block begin and ends, and put a brace wherever a block it begins and ends, and that's that's Carnegie Mellon University, Confluence. And that's recommendation EXP 19-C, and also you can see that same rule in the MISRA rule 14.8, and MISRA is the Motor Industry Standard Software Reliability Association. And also now, I still want to caution about using TDE in Linux. I would still, unless you're using TDE on a personal machine, I would not put TDE on a production machine, or let the public have access to it. So let's see what we got here. Last time I used OpenSUSE. I've got the new edition of Fedora. So it's a 64-bit operating system for Linux, and I've got 4 processors assigned to this virtual machine, and there it is right here. And there's well, from the last video, that's the so there's that zip thing. I made a zip file to go with our with my videos, and I'll do the same thing with when we get rid of that busy wait. I'll put that on my Google Drive, so you can download the code if you want to. So let's see what we got here. Let's do the cat. Let's look at the OS release. Now that's the command that's going to show us what version we're running. It's Fedora version 32. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. Workstation edition. I'm working. So let's clear this and do the -A. that's I usually do that. You've seen me on my videos, previous videos, look at the name of the operating system. There's Linux, 64-bit GNU Linux. Okay. Oops. While we're here, let's check our GCC version. You've seen me do that. Oops. There was that command to do check the version of GCC, and this was a pretty recent Red Hat. They usually have a pretty recent version of GCC, and that's clear. And that's. Now I also have C-Lang compiler on here. And again, that's a fairly recent version of C-Lang right there, 64-bit compiler. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, and I am in my directory to get rid of those busy waits. Let's just do. Oops. I'm doing less the make file. Let's just look at the make file with that less command. Got the we're going to compile on the Unix system, and down here we'll just use the simple flags here. I've got these others commented out, and today I was going to compile with C-Lang. If you don't have C-Lang, you can use GCC, but I use various combinations of C compilers and Linux distributions. So let's just use C-Lang today. And make, just type make, and that will compile TDE, and we get a different warnings from that C-Lang compiler. Let's see what we got here. Okay, and there's our TDE that we just executable that we just made. I did not change any of the C or any. I didn't. I think I may have made just some minor changes there in that memory C there. Let's go to the Unix directory right there. And there's console.c. These are the C files in that Unix subdirectory. And oops, use TDE. And there's console. I'm going to edit console, and these are the my comments. Yeah, Linux, that's a multitasking, multi-user operating system, and with just a few open windows or users, you can max out the CPU. But let's just use a nanosleep just to quickly get rid of that busy wait. I think that, and also let's make the backspace key the backspace key. And while I'm here, let me show you what that means. This is the backspace key right here. Backspace. Okay, if I mash it backspaces. That's what the backspace key does. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So let's come down here. Yes, down, let's see, go down a few more lines. Get key. This is the routine that this busy wait is in, and that's defined. Get key that's defined in curses. Right here, I'm just guessing. Instead of a busy wait, just check the key. 2 million nanoseconds, or about 500 times per second, to see if a key is pressed. And this is just a temporary fix. And there's the busy wait right here that we're getting rid of. We just add the nanosleep, and that's going to hold that get key 500 times per second. And down here, let's restore that backspace. I think down here we've got another one. And you can, let's see right here. You see right here, those are opening braces, closing braces. Wherever, no implicit block begin and ends here. And I believe right down here, there's another backspace right here, and here's another one. Make sure we it's not the delete key, it's the backspace key. Okay, so let's get out of that. Now let's see what would. Let's get us a, go over here to utilities, and come down here, and let's get us a system monitor right here. All right, and watch this right here. We did the TDE. And then we open this up a file. We opened up that file right there. Okay, let's look at our system monitor over here. See our CPU usage. Now if we come over here, we can scroll down. We just scroll down through the file. The CPU usage just kind of goes up a little bit right here. I don't think it ever goes above 30. So that's kind of what we want to see. Now let's go back here. I've got another. So let's just go back here. See that directory right there? That's the one that we did the previous video where we chose the memory manager 003. So there's our compiled TDE right there. Now let's just run that, and I'll show you. Now this is what a busy wait will look like. And watch, whenever I mash this button, And watch our, so see this, I still got this TDE and this window right here behind us, but watch this right here. When we edit a file, it don't matter, just pick a file. Look at that, see that right there? See that processor right there went up to 100. And all we're doing is just opening up the file and looking at it. See that thing? It is pegged at 100% right there. That one right, that CPU right there, it's pegged at 100%. And see this one back here. I don't know which processor it's running on, but it's not. It's just sitting there waiting for you to, polling that key. But that is what a busy wait is right there. And while we're here, let's show you what the delete key is. And this is what Linus Torvalds, I think he got mixed up on his keyboards. See this right here? That says backspace. Okay, watch this. Watch that right there. Okay, watch my cursor's right there. Watch this when we press the backspace. That does a delete. It deletes the character under the cursor. That is not a backspace. And the keyboard says backspace right there. And Linus Torvalds did that for you. I don't know, he just, maybe he got confused on what a backspace does. So let's get out of this. Okay, watch our processor over here. See that thing? It dropped. As soon as we closed our that TDE over here. And this one over here, it's still just waiting very patiently for us to press a key. Now that is what a busy wait is, and it's a good idea to run your system monitor to see if programs are maxing out a. Watch this. I'm gonna close out TDE, and it should just have a little blip where it closed, and then it should go back down to. Oops. Back down to very low. But that's a good. I mean, try that with any of your programs that you have, commercial or open source, because you may find out that they're doing some kind of busy wait. But anyway, that's what we got this for today. So thank you for watching.